wow, this question that appears so simple, but why are we here? And a question that appears simple has a simple answer: to wake up. But wow, this answer that looks so simple really has a long trajectory and a lot to talk about. And we might think that everyone asks this question to themselves, but in reality, not everybody does. And when we don't, then we're just pretty much like sitting in the couch, dormant, there, letting just life to pass in front of us. We can see people when we say, oh, wow, what is happening to these people? They look like zombies. They look like they are like in autopilot, like they're so unconscious. And in many occasions, it happens to us too, that we just go there and just work in that state of autopilot. You're too comfortable on the couch and the bell is going to ring, or a flooding is going to come. Something is going to make you move. So in order to move out of that state of dormancy, what is going to happen? Challenge is going to present in our life. And challenge comes in many different ways. Challenge can come in the way of adversities. It can come in the way of like pain or suffering, or people telling us what to do or what not to do, or even spiritual transformative experiences that will shake us hard, or a problem that we need to resolve, anything that is going to make us move out of that state of dormancy. And when this happens, many times we enter in that state of existential crisis. It's like, whoa, we're being shaken, and it's the point when we start asking questions. Otherwise, we don't need to ask for anything. Then we start asking those important questions. Why? What is happening? Why is life so hard? Why are people so mean to me? What is all this for? What am I doing here? Why am I here? For me, these questions started to knock my door when I was very, very young. I was close to 3 years old when I had a near-death experience. And after this experience, I came back with an awareness I didn't have before. And I started to have more spiritual transformative experiences, like out-of-body experiences, like communication with beings of light, like all these things that were in my radar. And I had all this awareness, and I would look at other people and think, what is going on? What is happening to these people? They don't know anything. I was pretty shocked. But what happened also is that, of course, I started to compare myself with everyone else. And through time, all these gifts and all this awareness and all this uniqueness that made what Ingrid was started to become more than a gift, started to become a burden. Why am I different from others? What am I doing here? Why is this so hard? And then what happened is that I started to feel like an alien. And I put a chameleon here because the more I started to compare myself with others, and I started to think that I was different and that in order to fit, I have to be like them, I started to change my colors. I started to change my personality, my way of being. And the more I started to walk away from my true nature, from my authentic self, from that uniqueness that I was, the more I started to suffer. And the more challenges and difficulties were like crossing my path. And then, life became really hard. And why this happens? Because in reality, the nature that we are is balance. And at that moment, the more you walk away from that authentic self that you are, from that state of balance, then we become misaligned. And then discomfort comes. And what is that we're trying to go back to that place where I want to feel okay. I want to feel aligned. But the good thing about this, like I'm mentioning at the beginning, is when we are shaken, then we start looking for new answers. Okay, how can I do to solve my situation? How can I do to feel better? How can I do to just, even when we go to that place where I'm kind of resolving myself and using my experience as an example. How can I help others? So all these open new paths. And what happened is, like I was mentioning a minute ago, when we are in discomfort, when we're misaligned, then we are trying to go back to that place of feeling good, that place of like, feeling peaceful, I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling relaxed, I'm feeling like I am at home, like I am in heaven, because who doesn't want to be in heaven? But like I was mentioning, I reached a point in my life that I became so disconnected from my truth, from my authentic self, that I started to just get hit by all kind of challenges. And I was having bad relationships, and I went to live in a war zone, and I saw the atrocities of the war, and I had 2 near-death experiences, and I was robbed, and I was almost killed and murdered. Then I mean, it's like life was hitting me from every direction. I got sick. I experienced illnesses, depression. And when I was in the worst part of my experience, guys, I was like, imagine being at that place where you're so down, so depressed. I asked, what am I doing here? And you don't imagine the answer that I got. You're not going to like it, because I didn't like it either. Although it's a very beautiful answer. And the answer was to experience pure joy. Oh no, what? You have to be kidding me. At this point in my life, I want to die. I'm depressed. Life is hitting me hard. How can you tell me that I'm here to experience pure joy? Well, the universe is wrong. Oh no, definitely, this has to be a joke. The universe is joking. This is a prank. This cannot be. Or maybe I don't have clue what joy is. And this is something really, really important. The beings of light, since very early age, started to bring all these teachings to me. And one of these teachings was learn to ask the right questions, and you will get the right answers. And sometimes we would think that it's complicated, but no, the questions can be so simple. And of course, at this moment, the question was, what is joy? It was clear that I didn't have clue what the beings of light were talking about being joyful when I am about to die. So at that moment is when they brought me not just to remember, but to feel what I had experienced during my near death. And I had experienced that space of calmness and silence and balance and just expansion, openness, bliss, consciousness, presence. I mean, I just don't even have words to express the level of well-being I was experiencing. Wow. And they wanted me not just to remember as a thought, but to feel it. Oh, how good I felt. And then they said, look, this doesn't happen just when someone has a near-death experience. Look at all the opportunities we have every single day in our lives to experience joy. And they show me all these pointers to joy. They said joy is in every flower. Joy is like when you have this great night sleep. Oh, that feels so good. When you eat just this amazing, delicious food. Our pets, oh my God, they are so much joy, and they're like the embodiment of presence. What about our children? Oh my God, just when we take them to school, when we share with them, when we go on vacation together as a family, when we are in connection with nature. So they were showing me that the presence of joy was everywhere, even when we are in the zone, when we are in the state of being creative, playing music, painting, writing poetry, whatever we're doing, that is making us feel in that state of just well-being and connection. So this brought me to this teaching that said, if the core of who you are, which is what the beings of light were showing to me, is that of joy, love, peace, presence, that state of inner well-being, then the true question is, what am I doing to disturb that? What am I doing not to be that? And the thing is that usually we think, or this is how we've been conditioned to think, that love, joy, peace are feelings. But the beings of light said to me, no, Ingrid, those are not just feelings. Those are universal principles.